Wendy Doyle is president and CEO of United We. We're going to talk to her. It's a national nonpartisan nonprofit headquartered in Missouri dedicated to advancing women's economic and civic leadership. We want to talk about Catherine Hannaway as the first ever female attorney general. And if I hit the right button, she'll be able to hear me. Hi, Wendy.
Good morning, Fawn. It's great to be with you.
It's great to have you back. So I've known Catherine for years, so I was pretty excited when I saw that the shenanigans pointed to her as being the next AG. I hate that Andrew's leaving because he is a pit bull. But if we're going to have someone, I'm glad it's her.
Well, it's a milestone, Fawn, to celebrate for Missouri. This is the first woman appointed, the first woman ever serving as Attorney General, and this appointment is something to celebrate. We commend and thank Governor Mike Kehoe for his leadership to appoint a woman to this position.
I don't care if it's a woman or a man, but the fact that it's a qualified woman is the exciting part for me.
Exactly. I think that's exactly true, to the point. But for United We, this really connects back to our work, and the Appointments Project which is working to do this exact thing, and that we hope that the work that we're doing in Southeast Missouri that may inspire the future Catherine Hannaway for this position.
You know, she was the House Speaker a long time ago.
I know, she was the first woman, did a great job, and then, highly qualified for the Attorney General position. Just really excited to see with Governor Kehoe, what they can do together.
Well, and he had a pool of people to pick from.
Absolutely. And at the press conference, he did just refer that, lots of people, once they heard the news that A.G. Bailey was leaving, lots of people raised their hand, which again is a key point of the Appointments Project. We just want more women raising their hands for opportunities like this.
Right. And, Catherine, well qualified for this position, because quite a few people are running their mouths saying, oh, it's Day's picture because she's a woman. That is not valid. That is not the truth.
No. And, we really aspire to have great leaders in place to, whether it be in government or in the corporate sector or any organization, making good decisions based on qualifications and experience, not just because of who they are.
Right.
And I think this really speaks to that appointment, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So he had this pool of people. He picks her, and we're pretty stinking happy about it because we've seen her leadership. We know what she's capable of. We know how she handles herself in situations, and I have every confidence that she will do a good job.
I agree, and it'll be exciting to see the policies, the priorities that Governor Kehoe and AG Hannaway work on together. We know, though, that oftentimes the best person for these positions don't apply. Right. And Catherine, highly qualified, great experience, but again, a point to underscore the Appointments Project and why that initiative is so important, so that we can start to have leaders see who they can be, but also start building the bench for future leaders as well.
Now, she will have to run because she's taking over in a term, so the government appointed her. So when it comes time, she will have to run.
Exactly. She will have to run for re-election of the position. Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
I don't think she'll have any problem winning, do you?
I can't really speak to that as a nonprofit, nonpartisan organization. We're really focused on the appointments, but I do think that, one of the things that we have learned through this work is that women typically, when it comes to campaigns, hold back from lending their support to candidates, and where men just in general with campaigns, with encouraging other men to run for elected office, we don't see that network really built solid yet for women. Right. So one of the things that we want to see more of is men are quite comfortable writing checks or lending support to campaigns. Women are less reluctant. And I would say reluctant, I think it's more of not knowing what to do. So I think if there's anything to share with the leaders today, with your listeners today, is that it is easy to support candidates, and women need to jump in this game and be supportive of good people who are running for elected office.
I agree.
We need to see more of that.
We do. You know, Cape Girardeau has our first ever female mayor, and that was no small feat. I'd like to see another female governor. We've had one in the past. So, you know, there are a lot of women who are taking that step forward. Now, a lot of people are hell-bent on getting a woman in the White House. They don't even care what woman it is. For me, I really do care that they are qualified. And being nonpartisan is fine, but if she's not qualified, I don't want her in the office.
Agree. We need qualified, good experience, good leaders in these positions. And I think now more than ever, just with how, you know, one of the areas that United We is working on is diplomacy and civility. And with good leaders in place that are good listeners, that are willing to listen to both sides of the equation and make the best decision for everyone. Mm-hmm. That, again, is an objective of the Appointments Project and some of the work that we're doing in Southeast Missouri with the Appointments Project Journey Group that we've put together, is that we really want good leaders, but good leaders come with diplomacy, civility, making the best decisions for everyone. And that's what we need as far as leaders in these public servant positions.
You know, the governor has been appointing a lot of really good women to offices. We just had Ashley Showalter of Cape Girardeau appointed to one of his boards and commissions as well. She was appointed to the Missouri Developmental Disabilities Council. So, you know, he's looking and scouring and trying to find the best people to put in these spots. And he has been very outspoken that he's going to pick the best person, and a lot of them have been women.
And I think that is outstanding. But again, it's speaking to the experience and the leadership and not really making the decision based on women or men, but it's the qualified person, to your point of the decision about Attorney General Hannaway. Mm-hmm. It was the best person for the position. Right. And I think that really speaks to the leadership of our governor that we have in place. I would also just encourage listeners that there are a lot of open positions for boards and commissions at the state level, and they are looking for qualified candidates. So again, if there's any interest, the state has a wonderful appointments website that really details the opening and describes what the board or commission oversight does. So just encourage listeners, take a look and apply. Representation from the Cape Girardeau community is important to the decision-making for the entire state of Missouri. Mm-hmm. We need more representation at the state level.
We do, because we have plenty of it from the giant urban areas. Those women seem to stand up faster and louder, and they tend to be blue. And I know you're nonpartisan, but I'm not part of the blue party. And I want women who are like me, who want things to get done correctly, to raise their hand and to say, I'm in, I'll do it. You know, if I don't have any reason to be appointed to any committee or anything like that, but locally, if you feel like you could serve on a board or a charity or something, do it, because that puts you in line then to move on up to more boards and other things if you have the time and your family allows it. But being a part of that decision-making process is a very, very good feeling.
It is. And when you have different people around the table besides the same people that have been doing it for years and years, and you bring new perspectives to the table, that's when the best decisions are made for everyone. Right. And we can move either locally or at the county level or at the state level. We can move things forward. And that really speaks to Governor Kehoe and his leadership of what he is wanting to do with these appointments, really just bringing new people in to be a part of all of this decision making. So now is the time. It's a great opportunity for our state. Right.
She'll be taking over here soon. Andrew is still in office until, I believe, September 6th, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around there. But Andrew did a monthly show with me and podcast that is posted. So I'm hoping Catherine's going to pick that up and want to do it as well. She's probably got to get her feet wet first and get a grip on what's going on in the office, but I'm sure we'll hear a lot from her. So, Wendy, if people want to learn more about United We, where do they go?
United-we.org. Join us. We want to hear from your listeners.
Yep.
Be a part of us.
Yeah, be part of them. President and CEO Wendy Doyle, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Fawn. Great to be with you.
You too. Bye-bye.